Oh, they're all over here. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today in another episode of The Infected. I am your host, Lethallady, and we are picking up right where we left off in our last episode. Now, I read some of your comments. First of all, I love hearing about what you guys are building in your own games. I love reading about that, and I so wish I actually could manage a Discord channel so we could share pictures. But, you know, at least telling me is a fun thing. I love hearing about it. The next thing, I got a comment from Terry Cloth. Shout out to you. You mentioned that there are foundations I could be using that do not have legs. If that's the case, oh my goodness, I feel so silly for never using them, for not have ever known about them or using them this entire time. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look. That's a quarter one. I don't think those have foundations. I mean legs. Oh shoot, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep really quick and then we'll take a look at that, because if that's the case, ooh, that would be wonderful. I would be so happy. Alright, got room for one of you in there. You are completely full. What are you doing in there? You don't belong. Alright, moving all that in there. Oh, that's full. That isn't quite full. Is there any room for this copper? Yes, there is. I'm not sure why I put you in the wrong one before. Yeah, I'm kind of just trying to replace everything that I used previously in the last episode, because we went through a lot. I think that's full. There's room for one. I know you're tired, dude. I know you're tired. That's full. That's full. That is not. Let's just put aluminum there. Aluminum. Alright. And then I have one more cobalt. A lot of aluminum boxes, but not a lot of cobalt. So let's just put another cobalt here. Cobalt. Yay. Alright, I'm gonna sleep. Yeah, so if I can find those, I would be thrilled. I was gonna do the walking paths, if that would act as one, because the walking paths I know do not have the legs. So if I go to other, you have these that are that's a dirt one. This is a stone path. These ones take cement, so that's why I'm holding off on doing that, but I would be implementing these for sure once I have cement up and running. I don't know if I can use them, like I said, as foundations, but if I could, ooh, I am definitely going to do that. And yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of shapes to choose from, but you know, you got your two basics. I guess that's all you need. I'm overheating, so let's get down. Well, let's just step outside. That should work. So if that is the case, it's just gonna have to wait. But if there's foundations I can use that don't have the legs, that would be amazing. This one, it snaps only to ceiling pieces. That's why it never works. Okay, that's interesting. I don't think this one has legs. Yeah, these stairs don't have legs. But I think everything else does, besides ceiling pieces. If you can get away with using ceiling pieces, you're golden. And that's kind of what I did up there a little bit. But yeah, I don't see... I'm going to use some of this. I want to implement more glass stuff this time around as well. But yeah, I'm just going to have to, I think, keep doing what I'm doing for the time being until I get cement. And then once I start producing cement, I will switch over to those stone walkways and see if I can use those for foundations instead of the wood. Because you know what? I think it would be appropriate to use stone for foundations when you're on a stone structure like this, right? I mean, that's just where I go. So that's what I want to do. As you may have noticed, I moved all of those ridiculous spike traps that were here, and I, you know, moved them in over here, and I also moved all of these out more, so I have more of a path here than I did before. It's still not perfect. I still need to do work on our defenses, but I'm not wanting to do that right now. That's something I think I would do off camera, just because, one, it's super boring, and you know, not exciting to watch, and it's just a one-time thing I have to do and get it over with. So it's just more of a chore than it is fun. That's why I'm putting it off. I haven't done it yet. But yeah, so I'm going to do that later. Let me see. We're still in January. I'm really hoping that animals start showing up soon, because I want to start filling up my barn. I want to be able to make the better MREs. I just want to be able to make MREs, period. And if you noticed, the reason why I am not going out and looting right now is because I only have one of those. All of our lakes, rivers, streams have frozen over, and I cannot get any more fish oil because I can't go fishing. So, lesson learned, stock up on that stuff before winter, because if you want to do anything during winter, when it comes to going out and having to beat up some bad guys, you're going to need a good supply of fish oil, or it's just not going to happen. And that's why I'm just hanging around at home and making this a priority until everything thaws out and I can go fishing for some more fish oil. Because there's no way I would go out and try killing a bunch of bad guys with just one of those medical kits, because I rely heavily on those. And I can make bandages, I think. I don't think that requires fish oil. But still, I just, you know, I rely so heavily on those small first aid kits that I just don't want to risk going out with just one. So, that is why, again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but that's why I'm not heading out to do any looting, and I'm focusing on just building, and that's fine. There's a season for everything. So, as we left off kind of fiddling around with putting down foundations, and that's where we're going to go back upstairs and continue working. These, I'm just going to have to deal with this, I guess, for the time being. But it is kind of annoying. However, I'm still able to do everything I need to do. You know, I can walk around them very easily, so it's not like a terrible thing, and it's just temporary. So I'm just gonna overlook it for now. They do kind of look cool, if, you know, I purposely wanted them here, but so we're just gonna pretend they're not there, and that's just, you know, defies physics, really. But yeah, we're just gonna pretend they're not there. So I'm going to get some water and some food, and then I'll start heading upstairs to work more on solidifying those foundations up there, and to see what else I can do to, like, kind of start solidifying more of the first building. So I've been doing a few chores off camera. Wanted to bring you in and let you know what I was doing. I straightened up a little bit. This stuff was by the gasoline maker, whatever it's called. So I moved them over here so they're out of the way there. And what I'm going to do over here now, or what I have started doing, is setting this up to be more efficient. I want coal out here because it uses coal, and I'm moving all the oil shell in there and the oil. So I'm gonna do that and also put oil on there, because then it's just easy to keep up with this. I have not been doing well with that. I will be honest. I do not babysit this as much as I should. So the coal that it's consuming is kind of a waste, because I get one thing of gasoline out of one thing of coal if I'm not babysitting it. I'm sure I can get more if I were to babysit it, but I haven't been, so that's my bad. I've also been kind of looking at what I need to bring upstairs to continue working, and it looks like what I need to bring up with me is just planks. So sorry, I'm moving the mouse around while I'm clicking on that. It's annoying. So I'm gonna grab this and take it up with us. I did briefly look at what I could do that would be creative and make it a little nicer up here. I don't think I need both of these stairs. I think this is what I'm going to remove because the legs are going down through my base. But I thought this would be cool to put there to fill in this space, because I'm always like angling right towards it coming from here, and it's just a nuisance. So I need to take care of that. I wonder if I left... No, I did not leave any logs up there. Okay. I'm gonna have to go back down and grab some logs, but let's fill this in. So I can take this down and grab more. Only 4. Okay. This is also nerve-wracking. I'm gonna have to either put some more foundations here so I don't launch myself down there and get stuck, or something. Something's gonna have to change with that. Oops, I'm gonna delete this. I also still do have a cough. So again, if you see weird editing, that's why. It's getting better. I'm not coughing as often, but then there are moments where I just... sounds like I'm coughing up a lung because it just won't stop. It just gets like this, you know, rough texture, or need to constantly, you know, need clearing, which is annoying. I'm hoping this goes away quickly because I'm getting tired of being in this state where I'm constantly coughing. Alright, that's done. I just go through this stuff so quick, it's crazy. Ew. Yeah, that's a lot better. I like that. Just having that little corner piece there makes a difference. If any of you guys have built using these as your foundation, please let me know, because I'm really hoping I can use those. I believe I can use these if all else fails. I'm not sure though. I'm really not sure. These are, I just don't know. Foundations. Well, this is under foundations, so I'm wondering if I could use these as my, you know, foundations. I'm really hoping I could. Or I can, because, yeah. That's my hope. That's what I want to do. I want to use those. If I can't use them, then I might have to rethink how I'm doing all of this up here, because I do not like the legs of the foundations going all the way through like that. It looks terrible. Let's put some things in there. Those are all full. I'm going to go ahead and place okay. I'm like, I don't know if I can get out. Alright, did I leave anything empty up here? Yes, I did. Oh, thank you, Mike. Look at him. He doesn't have to come up here to do it. It just happens magically. All he has to do is think about it, and it happens. He's one magical dude. If only I had that kind of power. Well, I guess I do. Vicariously through Mike. You know, since I'm employing him. Well, not really. He's, I don't know if you would call that employment. There we go. And see, like, where this is coming through, all I'm going to do is just make that like an outdoor area. Yeah. So that's what I'll do with that. This is technically the next level right here. So that'll be the first level. And you know, the one thing that's going to be irritating about living up here is getting everything off of my vehicles into storage. You know, I didn't think that through very well. So this is going to be a little inconvenient in that respect. You know, it's going to take a lot of up and down, just like it is to build this. Will it be worth it? I think so. Just to have the difference in building and location and all the other things. Look, he filled it before I even set it down. That's how magical he is. Huh. I'm wondering, I should go get... Hold on, let me empty my inventory by placing these in. Alright. This is just gonna look so good. I just love this already. You know, I have so many plans of what I'm gonna do with these little areas right here that are just like, all it is just space right now. Ooh. Hold on. Oh, you know what? They give you different pieces, right? So you can line up the lines. I didn't realize that. So I'm going to do that just because I can. There we go. That's the proper way to do it. But look at that. That's going to look so good. I like that. I get dizzy coming down these because I fly down them. I just want to get down to the bottom as fast as I can, and I'll get dizzy. Let's see if there's any. Those are all filled with planks. How about this way? Nope. I'm getting thirsty. Those are all full. I think they're all full now. Sweet. So I really don't need any more planks. I'm gonna leave those up here for the next portion. Alright, so put that away. Jeez. Alright, so this, the reason why I did that is because I'm going to do this. Is it X? Oops. Right? That's going to be the next level. Well, I guess the beginnings of the next level, because I'm going to have to go up more. That's as far as I'm going to go with that one. Okay, so then I would come here, hold X again, go up the next tier. Whew. I can't even tell what's what. Okay. And I don't know if these are all going the same way. If they're not, I'll just destroy them and redo them. As much of a chore as that will be. See, I just don't know. Like, if I should do like sunken areas, like this portion back here could be all sunken, or I could just do it elevated with the rest. That's just the thing I have to think about. Like, it might be kind of fun to have the different heights, but I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna look really cool. I really think this is gonna turn out way better than I think it is, or planned it to. That's it. No more. Let's go get some more food. It's crazy how fast food goes down. And another thing I did off camera. Oh! Why does he go out there when there's trees just right out the front door? I don't understand. I haven't marked them to not be cut down, but whatever. Another thing I did before I was really interrupted, I'm going to finish what I was saying. I restocked all of this because we were out of it. Or almost out of it, I should say. Just gonna eat some food while they die. Alright, I just need some meat and a drink. There, we're back to up to par. I have no idea where they died. I'm guessing it was close to me though. And I did hear a deer. Oh, there's one. I did hear a deer. I thought about hunting it down, but I did not. I don't know where it's at now, but that's a good sign. Off camera, in between episodes, I also killed like 2 or 3 wolves. I was able to get some more dried meat going because of that. Because I was only like 3 or 4 pieces away from being completely out of meat. I'm just checking that out of habit. I don't want anything like anything that I'm supposed to be babysitting left to go unmonitored. Oops, that needs more oil soon. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna check this. See? Alright, I'm gonna have to get rid of you. There. I don't know how much coal it needs to make 1 can. So I'm hoping that's going to be enough to at least make 1 more. If that's the case, then I should be able to make 4 cans of gasoline on 1 coal. If I'm doing a good job monitoring it. That is my struggle. Because I'm so busy, I just end up neglecting it a little too much. This doesn't really need to be refilled yet, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Oh, jeez. I forget it takes 4 to fill those. Alright. Try again. Without failing this time. There we go. How low is that one? Oh, jeez. That one's just as bad. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would just grab the stack. However, it weighs me down. I cannot wait to expand my backpack. It's going to be lovely. I'll be able to carry more weight. We are doing really good on the biofuel. That is nice. Alright, I need to grab this. I keep refilling these when I bring them down. So I'm not going to have like this huge chore to get caught up refilling all of them later. I got rid of that stair, right? Okay, I did. I'm also going to grab some logs. I'll take that one down. Okay. We really need the logs. Alright, let me see. Oop, it has 0. Down here. Those all have some, okay. I should start placing some lights up here. That would be really pretty. I think as soon as I'm done, and I got room in my inventory, because I think I'm still full, yeah, I will gather some iron fragments and some fiber. And put down some light up here. Well, let's see. There we go. All right. So I'm going to grab some iron fragments. Whew, I'm going to be heavy. All right. Maybe not that many in iron fragment department. I'm definitely going to run out of fiber. Unless I only do 5 lights. I think instead of worrying about that section, I'm just going to worry about the area that I travel the most. So put one there. Put one there. I'm going to put one up there. Put one there. Here. And right there. These are all pretty much going to be temporarily placed here because, you know, I may end up putting walls and stuff. This is, I don't know if I should just put like wraparound decks on every level. And you know what I want to do here? Oh boy, you know, the only thing I worry about, I wonder if I can do like a rounded off thing. I don't know. See, this is what I need to experiment with. I've not played much with these at all, and if this is going through my base, no, it shouldn't. My base is way over there. What am I thinking? Alright, so that might be alright. I want to do like a little roundabout thing out here. I think that would be really cool. Okay, so I'm going to start over here. Okay, those 3. Alright, I'm gonna put the fragments in them. Sweet. I had just enough fragments. Well, a little bit more than enough. But that's awesome. There. And then I'm going to put down a few more over here. I think it would be cool to have the light bouncing off the stone. There we go. Actually, I might put one in the center-ish, right there. And maybe right here. Alright, I don't have any more. I'm gonna take this down. I was using this earlier to bring up logs, and it's just so encumbersome. I prefer bringing the log storage up instead. And it also gets used. Mike will refill the log storage, where he will not fill that. I'm gonna put another one. Wow. Make sure those are empty. They are. Let's move it. I'm gonna put it back here. Oh, they're all over here. Thanks, Mike. That was kind of fun, though. Not gonna lie. I need to up the amount. I keep saying I will, and I haven't yet. But I really want to. I really wish it was more random how many would show up. But, you know, it is what it is. Wait a minute, before I go to sleep, I know my dude is tired. He's going to start groaning and complaining soon. I want to take up more of these. I just got to watch my weight. I'll take up as much as I can. That's it. I guess I'll take that up too. Turn you on. I know, you're tired. Well, actually, that's going to be my way. I'm out of plant fiber. That is okay. I will take care of it. Some other time. I'm going to quickly use up all of this. Alright, that is good. I'm thinking... Oh, let's see. That really needs a light. I can use a light there. And a light there. It's still really dark up here. It's going to be dark up here. I mean, in the dark, obviously. So I'm just going to have to deal with it. Okay. Just gonna make sure this one has them because I can't remember which one it needed. It needs plant fiber. Okay. I'm gonna put these away. Quickly grab the plant fiber. And finish that up. That should be more than enough for this. This one first. That's on. Okay, there's this one. Oops. Oh, I forgot to put fragments in that one. Oh, bummer. I'll have to worry about that tomorrow. Am I still freezing? Alright, fine. Just so I don't have to hear you complain anymore. Oh, wait. That'll be for tomorrow. And I'm going to go put this away and I'm going to head to bed. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Alrighty. I got myself filled with some good food, some water, and now I am ready to continue. Oops, I forgot to grab some planks. So let me do that really quick. I should also do myself a favor. I'm probably gonna need one of those in this again. Ooh, just let me get a chunk and a chunk of that. There we go. We're gonna need to do... Okay, hold on. I guess I have to get right in front of it. So, that little quarter of coal that was left in there was not enough to process that oil. Okay. Good to know. And I'm going to be walking slowly, unfortunately, to put the shale in there. The shale is pretty heavy, as expected. I can't imagine it should be light in real life or in a game. Nice. Alright. Let's continue to build. Hopefully this goes fast today and I can make good progress. Put that down. Oh wait, it's upstairs. Okay. Yeah. There we go. So now it's time to make some decisions. There's lots of choices. I think that part of this I'm going to do glass, and then the rest I'm going to do wood, which may or may not be converted later. I think that you can't upgrade these, but you can upgrade these to cement. So I'm just trying to decide exactly how I want to go about this. I liked mixing it up the last time I built. How I did part of the building with these and then the other with that, so it would be cement and wood. A very nice rustic slash modernish structure. So I might do that again. So for my windows, I want to use these. And then should that be a doorway? I think I'm gonna make that a doorway. And these I'll do like that. I'm just trying to decide if I want to go out more this way or not. Because I could build another room or a larger, well, you know what, if I want to go up that way, I am going to want to build more foundations to go that way. And then that'd be another level I build on right there, which was my plan. I want to build right there, here, and next to me. This base is going to be massive. It's going to be larger than my last base. And I don't even know if it's necessary to go that big. It'll look cool. It will look cool. But I'm going to have a lot of room. So let's... what kind of doorway? I think I'll do this for the doorway. So do I want to move that? I kind of want to have... okay, so this I want to be glass. What does it take? It makes... okay, so it takes steel, glass, and screws. So I would need to make a lot more steel. But I'm game to do that. Alright. And then... you know what? I want to do that. I want a cement doorway with the glass door. I really want that distinction because when you have a glass doorway and then a glass door, you really can't see it that well. At least I don't. I mean, it kind of doesn't stick out that much. So I'm going to do a cement door. I wonder if that's a mistake. Decisions. I hate having to make decisions sometimes. I'll think about it while I put up some railings. Is there different railings? There's metal railings. I'm thinking I want metal railings because I think that would just look better. However, do I want to put rounded corners on these instead? I think the rounded corners would look better. So I'm going to do that. Shoot. Oh man. Okay, well, hold on then. Alright, let's quickly put that down. Is this going to be the right one? No. Did I grab the wrong one again? Yes, I did. I just think that's going to look better. I need more logs. There we go. All right. You can do what? Yellow? I don't like the yellow. I think that's terrible looking. Ugh. But then I can do those. I don't like those. I really like those. But I'm wondering if the other ones would look better with stone. That's probably going to look better with stone and cement. If I want to continue to build out here, I think I will later. I'm going to make this a rounded edge too, or whatever. A wedge edge. You're still going to be like right in the way. Now I think I grabbed this one. Yep, that's the right one. There, that looks really so much better. All right. This is another one of those things. I could put more out here. And I think I will, because I really want to try to make something. I'm not going to tell you. It's going to be a surprise. But there is something I really want to do that I think would be so much fun. So I'm going to leave this open for now. But I'll put that there. I'll leave that section open. That's where I'll have the entrance. And then I'll put that there. I'm going to leave this open because I'm going to build off of this to meet up with that over there. Okay. Yeah, because when I do the expansion, I can have a little walkway that goes along the you know, rocky mountainside here and meets up with here and then just kind of wraps around and goes up there. That'll be really nice. All right. I'm getting a little thirsty. Let's drink. All right, and so I had an issue with this being right here. This is another plank wall with the window in it. I kind of wanted to do that, but I'm thinking I might just make this glass right here instead, and not a window, because you don't, glass is a window. So I'm going to make a glass wall here instead. I think that's going to look really good. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with that. The two doorways are going to be different. That's going to be concrete. This is going to be planks. That's okay. That's going to be concrete. That's going to be planks, concrete, concrete. And so on and so forth. So, for now, I'm going to leave this open because I want to continue building off that way. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do that I want, that's like in my head right now, so let's just do what we can. What's another plank wall? Any more plank walls? This is plank. And those are all just there we go. All right. I'm wondering I want to put stairs here to go up there. Stairs with maybe a door there to go onto this, which would be a walkway between the two buildings, because this is going to be building, this is a building. That's what my thought is. Or I take that out. And then just make this a walkway. I still need stairs here to get up to this level. I think I'm just gonna leave it as is, the way I'm doing it now. So, do these all have, no, they do not have planks in them. Not all of them do. That one does, that one does, that one does. Good, because I only have two left. So I'm gonna grab this. Hold on. I have a lot of work ahead of me. Oh my goodness. Okay, so then we have this. I want to wall these off, right? But if I'm going to convert these to stone and cement walkway paths, I really don't need the walls. If I do make walls, though, I would probably want them to be cemented in the future. But I really don't want to do that. I really want to see the stone. So I'm not going to do that. They're just going to be open for now and kind of an eyesore. But that's what I'm going to do for now. Did I leave? Alright, so he put logs in here for me. Thank you, Mike. He's magic. He's magic. That looks so awesome. So exciting. I'm also thinking that I don't like the direction that's going to open. I don't want it to open into the narrow walkway. I want it to open in. So that's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some more logs. I'm eventually going to hit a point where I'm going to have to spend some time off camera smelting a bunch of glass and steel. But when I do that, I will come back in because I at least want to finish the first floor, this little area here, as much as I can. I definitely want to go 2 stories. I like 2 stories. It looks really good. So I can work on that. Nope, that is going to be glass. Oops, what am I doing? Glass. I will go ahead and put yep, go back there. There we go. This is just a big, huge question mark for me on how I'm going to do that. I really don't know yet. So, until I know for sure what I want to do with that, that's just how it's going to be. That's glass. What am I doing? Yeah, it's going to be fun, though, putting the roof or ceiling up on this. I think I'm going to do as much as I can. I want to do normal roofs. I could do some glass, too, but if I'm going to do glass, let me just look at what we have to work with. I'm torn. I could do ceilings or roof pieces. Roof pieces or ceilings. I would have to really think on that one. I think it would be fun to do glass, to let that sunlight come in and to see the pretty sky at night. So maybe a mixture of both. I'm just making more work for myself. I know this, but I want it to be cool. Sweet. Need 3 more logs for that. This is gonna look so cool when it's done. I'm super excited. Should I do glass there? Why not? Okay. Walls, glass. There we go. So I'm gonna have to bring up, I'm gonna have to do some smelting. Probably also some mining to get lead and iron to make steel. So I'm going to pause and I'm going to get to work on that because I at least want to get enough smelted up so I can come up here and at least complete this wall, that door. I'm going to have to put another door here. And yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a lot that's going to be done on the first day of actually building this out. But I think we did a lot of work today. I mean, I've already been recording for 1 hour and 40 minutes. So I'm going to go off camera for probably another couple of hours to get this done. And then come in again and start recording for you guys, finishing this out. I also want to do enough to do this as well. I'm going to have to delete that. There we go. Now is the perfect time to go inside, but I'm going to put in this glass door really quick. Yeah, we wanted to come in like that. Alright, so I'm going to go make a bunch of copper for screws, a bunch of steel, and a bunch of glass. And I will be right back with you guys. I am finally done. And it took me a very long time. A lot longer than I thought it would. It's day 60. We're still in winter. And man alive, that just took a lot longer than I thought. And in the middle of it, I had to go and go grocery shopping because we were out of groceries. And oh my goodness, healthy food is so expensive. I spent like twice the amount of money buying healthier food that was like decent. Like there's some healthy food you can buy and it's just not as good, but anyway, not as fresh or whatever. I did the math and I have absolutely everything I need to do what I want to do, to accomplish everything I wanted to set out and accomplish before I ended this episode. So let's start with the railings, because why not? We're here. Let me grab the rest that's in here. Oops, I ran out. Oops. Okay, that one's empty. Yay, that is done. And we still have some left over. That's fantastic. Okay. So in here, I'm going to start with the screws. And yes, I made an abundance of screws, because this is just a lot of what these glass panels and doors take. I ran out of steel. Let's grab some more. Okay. We'll put that back, and we're done with this. I'm going to put some of these back, but not all of them. And now I'm going to grab glass. This stuff's heavy. So I'm going to move a little slow. Oh, I don't have steel ingots in that one. Okay. That one I'm going to have to move. That was not lining up properly. Ooh, those aren't lining up properly either. I'm gonna have to change that. That is a bummer. But I learned from my last build that you do want them to line up, and it doesn't look like it's going to. So I deleted that for no good reason. Oh man. And those aren't gonna line up either. Well, that's a bummer. It's gonna look ridiculous, and I hope that I didn't just mess everything up. I have a feeling I did. I had just the right amount of steel. So now I'm gonna be short on the steel. That is a bummer. I have a little bit more I can make, but it took me a long time to get that steel. Is that going in there? Yes, it is. Okay. That glass is just super heavy. All right. Ooh, I had enough. Awesome. That's gonna look so good when it's all done. I'm super stoked. All right. Well, that's it, you guys. That's all I'm gonna do tonight. It is late. I'm hoping I can get this edited and out to you guys tomorrow. But I'm not sure. Let's see. What can we do for windows? Iron, wood. I'm probably going to do the iron, just like I did before. And I only have 2 to do. I do have some leftover iron. Not a lot, but you know. I'm hoping that's getting in there. I'm not sure. We will find out. It did. Yay! Oh, we have one way up there. Okay, so hold on. And iron. I think I only need 2 iron. Oh, I gotta put it in there first. Hello. Ooh. Yay. That is so awesome. We are on our way to having a main base place. That is so cool. I'm super excited. And now it is time to say goodnight. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to let me know by giving it a like. If you have any helpful tips or you just want to say hi, be sure to leave me a comment down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I appreciate all of you for being here. Y'all take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah.